you'll use for every other kit. Okay, so you guys, thanks for joining me. I'm so sorry again that I'm late. Just got sidetracked talking to the hubs, and yeah, I looked up at the clock and went, oh, I'm 15 minutes late. Went running down the hallway. So anyway, so welcome to Wednesday's lunchtime stamping at noon and with Tina. I'm Tina Carini at spongeandstamp.com. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, you guys, also share the video too. Love the hearts. Thank you so much. Share the video so that other people can see it, because they may not see this and they may really like it. So it helps get this fun out there for them, and helps me too. It helps me to be seen. So let me show you. So you open up your kit, and inside you'll get a Stampin' Spot. This is Mossy Meadow. So you can save these and collect your ink too. Thank you, Christine. You can share these. I'm sorry. My mind is... Okay, hold on. Back up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. You can collect these from each of your kit, because each kit will be a different ink spot color normally. And then all you have to do is just get your re-inkers, and you can reuse these. So you can re-ink them when they start getting low on ink. But then it comes with a stamp set. Isn't this pretty? And then it'll usually have a little flyer on the top that either is advertising the next month's paper pumpkin. It could be double-sided like this one is. So this one is advertising the Flower and Field Designer Series paper, which is a free celebration item that you can earn for free with purchasing a $50 or more order by February 28th. February 28th is the last day to earn any free product from the celebration brochure. And this paper does coordinate with this kit. So, and I'm going to be doing up, probably not today, but I'm going to be doing up some paper pumpkin alternatives with this kit. So it shows you different ways, like if you don't like maybe the projects that are in the kit, they're like not your favorite, then I'm going to show you different ways that you can make them your favorite so that you'll still love your kit. And then also a lot of times there's extras. You have leftovers, so we can use those to make more cards or treats or treat boxes or anything like that. So then the other side is advertising next month's paper pumpkin, where you're going to get a free gift in it for next month. So if you're not a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, I'm going to post a link for this video in the description top part that is going to have a link to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. Because you're going to get a free gift. It's going to be the little stencils here, and then you'll also get a sponge. So that gives you also a little hint to what next month's Paper Pumpkin is going to be all about. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to move that aside because we don't need that. Then you have this beautiful tissue that covers it. So you open it up, and then inside is your kit. We're going to move this aside. I always save this paper. Is that crazy or what? I save it. I save it. Okay, and then we're going to move the box aside. Okay, so we have our stamp set, we have our ink spot, and then we have our kit. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and in this kit is your cardstock, your envelopes, your card bases, your dimensionals, glue dots, any embellishments that are going to go on this kit you'll have. Let's see, what else? It all depends on what the kit is, what the projects are in the kit. There's also an instruction page in here. We don't need that either. So this has got mossy meadow twine and some black sequins. So that's going to go in there. Then we've got a sheet of dimensionals. Love dimensionals. And then we have our envelopes. Aren't those beautiful? Those are so pretty. And then we have these are cutouts of words. So it looks like we have different languages too. Don't ask me what they all are because I don't know. So yeah, so we have cutouts for those. That's really cool. And we have some gold foil. Oh, isn't that pretty? See that? That's really pretty. Okay. We have 3 of those. Then we have card bases. So we have 3 of these. Of those. So that will be that one. Oh, that's pretty. That's vellum. Isn't that pretty? That's really pretty. Okay, and then we have Rococo Rose. This is just jade. This is Rococo Rose. That's so pretty. So we have those card bases. This is going to be a layer. These are going to be a layer. Then we have cutouts. So these are like pre-stamped die cuts. This is what those are. And then like an extra piece. It's not really designer series paper, but it's what it's supposed to be. And so we have those. Then we have this, which is Mary Merlot, I think is the name of this. And then that's got a design on it too. Then we have our labels, and here's our little glue dots. Okay, so, and here's our directions, which I don't really... And actually, look what Paper Pumpkin is doing now. Wow, that is cool. I haven't gotten a Paper Pumpkin in several months. And this is, these are the cards that we're making. And it looks like this might be, I don't know, this is in another language. So maybe that's what they're making. Or it's showing you alternatives, but it's in a different language. So that's pretty cool. So let me see. Here, see, it's got all the instructions. And then also Stampin' Up! Puts out a YouTube video that is a tutorial for them too. It doesn't have talking. It just kind of goes through the motions and shows you. And I think it has music or something like that. That shows you how to put them together too if you're still not understanding. I am not one that follows directions. I have to watch something. That's how I learn. I can't just read and figure it out. Yes, Chris, it all comes in one kit. It's $22 a month. That includes your shipping, does not include tax, and everything comes in here. So it's pretty cool. So I am going to make this one first because this one, I absolutely love this one. I think this one's pretty. So we're going to fold our card base in half. I'm going to get my bone folder. So I guess there's a few things that are kind of handy to have that don't come in the kit. But anyway, so bone folder. And then I'm going to take, it looks like it has this strip right here. This DSP strip. So I'm going to take that. And then it's going to go under here. And then it's got the little bouquet of flowers. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this. It's so, so easy. So you guys out there who really love the look of a handmade card and you really like to give cards out, which why wouldn't you? Because you just put so much happy into somebody's mailbox. So, but you just don't have time or maybe space for all of it. Subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, because look at this. It's adorable. Okay, and easy. Very, very easy. So we're going to bring in our labels. So they're using, for this card, they're using this rectangle label. How cute is that? And then they're using the sentiment, I'm always here for you. Is that what they've got going on there? I'll always be here for you. So which one is that one? Guess it's this one. Pull that off of there. And then these are photopolymer. So these are Stampin' Up! Stamps. They're just designed specifically for the paper pumpkins. So we're going to go ahead. You know what? I save these because sometimes I give them away. So I'm going to pull in my Mossy Meadow ink pad. I need to start putting them in some things to give away though, because I'm starting to get quite the collection. All right, so pretty and looks so easy. Yes, it does make a great gift for somebody too. All right, so I'll always be here for you. I'm going to try to put this straight. I may have to stand up, so I am going to be talking right into the phone. I'm sure I'm not going to stamp this straight, but it's okay. Oh, that surprised me. Okay, and let's see. So what else are we going to do? We are going to we're going to glue this straight down. So they give you glue dots, so you can just put your glue dots on here. I find that if you rub your fingernail, or sometimes if you take your bone folder and you just kind of rub across on this like that, it loosens the backing up to where the backing comes off a little bit easier, and then sometimes not. So I just lift that up, and this is a little tricky. So you might want to, I mean, it's not hard, it just takes a little bit more time. So if you want it to go faster for you, just order some adhesives, and then, because let me show you, you got that, and then in the time that I just did those two, I could already normally have this, except for the boogering up there, I can normally have that just like that and already on there. So, and then we're going to put that right about, I think we're going to put it right about there, but straight. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to pop this up, so I will use these dimensionals because they provide them. So that's cool. So we'll use those. We're going to put enough on here to where when this goes through the mail and it goes through the rollers, it's not going to make it all wonky. It will still arrive to my person. Beautiful. So there we go. Now we're going to pop this up too, but I think we're only going to put dimensionals on this side, and I'll show you why. Because this, oh, that glue didn't get on there very well. Let me, come on. There we go. Let me make sure that that's straight. Okay. Because this is already popped up, so I want this to lay flat on there, but this side is not. So I'm putting a dimensional so that it makes it even, like so. Okay, so we're going to put that just like this. You could cover your bow, but I don't really want to cover the bow all the way because I think the bow is beautiful. So, but I guess I will, just like that. You can put a glue dot on there, or you can use liquid glue or tape runner, or, or tape runner. And then just pull that backing off of there, if I can get it off. And then there you go. Just tap that on there. There we go. So that card is all done. Pretty easy, huh? And then we put the envelope, and they're showing it with the pink envelope. Rococo Rose. Rococo. Okay, just like so. Gorgeous and super easy. You guys saw how easy that was outside of my little glue boogers and stuff. But anyway, that's just normal stuff that happens when you're crafting anyway. So it's not like anything new. All right. Now we're going to make the second one, and the second one is just as pretty. It's beautiful. It's really gorgeous. So we've got our Rococo solid card base here. I'm going to use my bone folder to give that a nice, so it kind of wants to lay down flatter. Then we're going to take one of the vellums here. Isn't that just beautiful? And I showed you the wrong side too. Look at that. That has got gold foil, like it's embossed on there. Isn't that beautiful? And that is going to go just like so. Oh, wait a second. We did forget something on this card. We forgot to put our black sequins. So let's go ahead and do that. I am going to take my take your pick tool, and I'm going to take a large one, and I'm going to put a large one right here, and then I'm going to take a small one, and I'm going to put a small one right there, and then we're going to put another small one right there. And they're already self-adhesed. They've got adhesive on the back, so all you do is just pick them up, plop them down. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to take this. Now usually with vellum you have to be really careful about how you place your adhesive, because it will show through. So I'm just going to take some of my liquid glue on this one. You could use the glue dots that comes with it and just carefully put them behind the gold foil leaves, and then it won't really show up. So that's what we're going to do. If I can get my glue. This is a brand new bottle, so it shouldn't be giving me much trouble here. But I'm trying to be careful not to squeeze too much. So I'm just going to put a couple of dots behind the leaves, just so I can adhere this down. I got a bad shadow in here this morning or this afternoon too. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. It is hump day. No, that's not how you say it. Hump day. Always cracks me up. Always, always. I know it annoys people, but it cracks me up. All right, so we're going to put this centered on here. And I could come over a little more, but I think I'm good with that. I think I'm okay with that. So there we go. So that's on there. Pretty easy so far, right? Look, you don't even have to do any measuring or cutting. It's all done for you. And then we are going to, this is going to be the tricky part. These sometimes are tricky to get out. This is going to be the hardest part of your whole kit, and it's not even that hard. But I'm going to try something that I've been told makes it a little easier, is if you kind of run your bone folder over the labels, they kind of tend to want to come up a little easier. So I don't speak another language, so I really don't know what these say. But I know that this says thinking of you. So I'm going to pick that one. And I've been told that sometimes if you remove the backing like that, oh, those are really sticky. It's easier. But then I also have been told that it's easier just to lift the whole thing out just carefully, because they are very, very delicate. So all this is just like if you would have put your cardstock on top of your sticky sheets and then die cut it, this is what you would have. So that's basically what this is. And you just have to carefully lift these out. Just like that. And then we need to poke this out. Get that out of there because we don't need that. And it just folded back down on my thing. And they're very sticky, so you know what I need? I need this, because it won't stick to this. There we go. And then I might have messed this up though, because this stuck to the back of it. Uh-oh. Please don't tear. Yay. Okay, got that off. And then I got another little piece right here that I don't want on there. There we go. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to carefully, but you know what they did? They added the flowers first. So let's do that. So I'm going to sit this right on here so that it doesn't get messed up. All right. Remember, my silicone sheet, nothing sticks to it. So we'll be able to pull that up carefully. So we're done with these. Let's move that aside. We'll move this back, and then we're going to bring in our die cuts. And it looks like they've used this one. And then they've used one of the yellow ones. And they used another one of these. Okay. And actually they switched those around. So this one goes here. This one goes up here, and this one goes here. So this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put these down. I am going to do these straight down, and I'm just going to use my tape runner too. I'm just going to use my seal, and we're going to place that right about there. And then we're going to put this one right here, like so. And then we're going to put our thinking of you. Okay? I'm going to carefully lift this up off of our silicone. And hopefully I put these in the right place. I'm going to put that just like that. Put that like that. Oh, it's sticking. It's so sticky. Like I said, this is the trickiest part, is these, but it is absolutely beautiful when it's on here. And you'll see in just 1 second, you will see. Just like that. Okay, there we go. Isn't that cool? That is so, so pretty. I could have brought that down a little bit more, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to bring this right like so. So we're going to pop this one up, I think. I think I'm going to pop this one up. I'm just going to use my little dimensionals that are right here. Okay, so, and everything is sticking to my fingers today. All right, so we're going to do that. And there we go. All right, see, so that wasn't too hard either. Just the, it really is so easy. Now, the sticker part, the word die cut is a little bit trickier. But if you just take your time, it's fine. So, isn't that gorgeous? I think that's so gorgeous. Looks like they've added something to it, but oh, that might be where they put the adhesive. But in the way I did it, you can't see it. Okay, so that one goes with this one, just like so. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to bring in this one. And I have to be honest with you. This card is not my favorite. It's not ugly. It's just not my favorite. And it doesn't seem to be a lot of people's favorites. But don't hate the kit just because of this. Because I'm going to do this card just like it says to do. Because, again, it's not ugly. It really isn't. It just needs something, and I don't know what. So this is one of the cards that I want to try to figure out a really nice alternative for it. But this label goes in the center of that. I mean, it's not ugly. This foil is gorgeous. The foil is gorgeous. The pattern is gorgeous. The color is pretty. Just don't like the design. So, but you may, and that's okay. That's what makes the world go around, is our differences. But I really want to try to do something that's a little bit different. It'll probably require maybe cutting up an envelope, or possibly bringing in some cardstock too. So, but you can always cut up your envelopes too. You have to have extra envelopes, but if you're into this card making, you have extra envelopes, right? And you should have some cardstock. If you don't, you will. And let's see, we could use this. I'm gonna have to think about this one but I will come back with alternatives for you guys and show you some really cool ways that you can use this kit and really make it go further. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the image on this. Where is here it is, and I think it's this image is what they used, which says, "Sorry for your loss." So we can do that, and we're going to do that in the Rococo Rose, not Rococo Rose, the Mossy Meadow. Couldn't think there for a second. Okay, sorry for your loss. So we're going to stamp that right there in the center, just like so. And then they've got these, I'm going to try something. This might add a little bit something to it. They have these little leaves. They actually could be teardrops too. But they have this cluster of flowers and little leaves. And I was thinking we could bring in these flowers, but I don't know. Or we could just use the leaves and just do a few leaves on here. Let me see. If we don't like it, we don't like it, right? I'm going to attach those just like that. Now, granted, when you start adding different things, then at that point, you do need to start, I'm just going to stamp one at a time. Okay, so, heavy-handed. Yeah, it can be prettied up. You don't like it either. It's plain. The papers are gorgeous. The foil is gorgeous. I just don't really care for the design that much. So we've got some little flowers, some little leaves there, and we'll do some here too. And I could have stamped them off a little too. So that gives it a little something. We could bring in another color, but if you don't have the colors, you won't be able to do this. But if you're getting your paper pumpkins, you should have some extra colors with your ink spots. So you could find something that would coordinate with it. And really and truthfully, you guys, it's all a matter of opinion, because I personally think that all of Stampin' Up's colors, they go nicely together. It's just a matter of opinion and what you like. Okay, so I'm going to take in some Rococo Rose. And I'm going to get a little scrap piece of paper here because I don't want it to overpower my sentiment. but I just want to give it a little bit of color. And I don't know if this is really going to help it or not. I'm really going to have to think about this and see what I can do. So yeah, I think this is going to be pretty. We're going to stamp this off once, and we're just going to go right over the lettering too. And it's okay that we do that. It just adds some beautiful to it. Just like so. All right, so I'm going to see if you guys can see that. So see how that just made that plain tag just pop a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to move that out of the way. And then there's some twine, and it looks like in the picture that they took some of this Mossy Meadow twine and they did that messy thing that you do behind the cards. That's what I call it, that messy thing. I had tried it a couple of times. I'm not real big on that either. But that's me. That's, well, you know, I just don't care for that. It made a big difference on that. Let me see here. I'm just taking my bone folder and kind of just rubbing it, pulling that twine across there, and it takes a lot of the curl out. And then what they do is they like put a dimensional, or I know I'm not gonna like this because I don't do this much, because one, I always struggle with getting it to do it right, and two is I don't really like it. But a lot of people do like this messy little thing that comes out the side of your cards and makes that little twirly thing, for lack of better words. Comes out, goes, make a figure 8 here, and like that. I'd much rather just put a stinking bow on my card than do this. That's me though. But do that, and then you got that messy behind it, and then you got your card. We need to adhere that down, and then that, well, we got to put it the right way. Let's trim this off. Oops, that's not my ribbon scissors. Let's go ahead and adhere this down. I'm just going to use some of my tape runner, like so. We're going to center that in the center of the card, or at least try to. It could come over a little bit more. I think that's okay. And then we're going to pop this up, so we're going to bring in these dimensionals right here. Uh-oh, did I lose you guys? You guys still there? I lost you guys. I don't know. Dimensionals right here. All right, so I guess you guys, okay, good, because my screen went having trouble videoing, whatever. So, okay, that's Facebook for you. So if you guys are, you know, on my phone, I saw that there were other people commenting, but they're not showing on my regular, Violetta Lula, did I say that right? Hi and welcome. I hope I said your name right, but you're not showing up. But when I looked on my phone, I saw them. So if you comment and I don't see you or say hi to you, that is because I honestly don't see your comment. It's not popping up on my screen. Okay, so I'm going to take these dimensionals, because that is one thing that I do love. All right, and then we're just going to center that. See the string, the twine gets lost on the foil. So I didn't put that on there straight either. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out something for this card, and I will definitely come back live. Not today. It probably won't be until next week, honestly, because I have 2 doctor's appointments in the morning, tomorrow morning, and Friday morning for my dad. And then I have a class tomorrow night, which, by the way, if you live locally in the Middle Georgia area, I would love to have you come to class. Just message me and I'll give you all the information, or you could go into the events on this page and you can find it there too. So yeah, so that's pretty. It just misses something compared to these two right here. It just kind of misses something. I don't know, when I stamped on it, it did help it a lot. It did. So let's I want to put some rhinestones, or these thingamajiggies here. Black rhinestone, not rhinestones, but sequins. I think I want to put, wonder if that would kind of help too on here. Just kind of sprinkle those on there. I don't know. And put one there. And then, no, I don't really like that either. Okay, so let's try to take those off. I think it looks better without these. Uh-oh. The backing stuck. Here we go. Yeah, I don't really like those either. That should just roll off of there. Or we can take an eraser. Come on. Ordinarily, you would come off with no problems whatsoever. There we go. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to have to think about this one. But that did help, stamping more on that, on the label. So that is it. That is the 3 cards that you make. You make 3 of each card. So what is that? 3, 6, 9, 9 cards. So, and they're full-size cards. They are the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So they're beautiful. This one just, I know that dressed it up a lot, but look, you guys can't see the twine. It needs to be a different color twine under there if you're going to do that. Anyway, it's pretty. It's not ugly. It's just a little plain. So yes, thank you for joining in today. And if you're watching the recording, thank you so much. Please share this video so that others can see the fun of paper crafting and card making. And you guys, if you haven't subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, I would love to have you subscribe under me. And I am going to come back next week, hopefully, with a couple alternative ideas for this kit, especially for this card. I'm hoping it might involve some cutting up some things and repurposing them, but I think it will be really beautiful. I think you'll like what I come up with. Again, I'll put the link on top of this video so that for Paper Pumpkin, and to make sure that you get next Paper Pumpkin, that does come with that free gift. Remember, the stencils and the sponge. You have to subscribe by March 10th. Actually, I would subscribe before March 10th because sometimes they sell out and then they won't take any more subscriptions for that month. So let's see. I think that's it. Oh, subscribe to my newsletter. It's free, in my email list. If you'd like to be on that, just message me, or you can email me at spongeandstamp@hotmail.com. I'll put that link on there too, to sign up for my emails so that you don't miss anything. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I'm not going to take any more of your afternoon and your lunchtime. So have a very, very blessed day and rest of the week. I will see you Friday night at 8 for Fancy Fun. What was it called? My mind just forgot. Fancy Fun Cards. That's what we're having. Fancy Fun Friday night with Tina. So I make unique looking cards. I want to say they're unique, but they're really beautiful. It's just extra. They're just extra. And they're fun and easy. You would think that they're hard, but they're really not. They're easy. I try not to do anything hard because I want you guys to be able to recreate them and have fun. But I want it to look beautiful. So we just do some fancy folds, some fun pop-up cards, and different shapes and stuff like that. So I already have the card designed for Friday night, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'll see you guys Friday night. Thanks again. Love you guys. You guys rock. Doodly-doo.